What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Are you here to report something?
I could be. What's your name?
Well, I'm kind of report it.
What's your name?
Don't push me.
Can you identify yourself right quick?
Can you identify yourself?
I could.
Okay, I can too.
Okay. Will you do that for me,
You
sir?
gonna do that?
So you're not going to
will
do
if
that?
you will.
Did I do anything wrong at this point in time?
Did I do anything wrong?
I don't have to identify myself to you. I'm a police officer for the city of Waterloo.
So you don't have to identify
I do not
yourself.
have to identify myself.
You be identifying yourself.
Never you be telling me what to do.
See, that's the problem. You're a public servant. I am the public.
One of those kind of people, huh? What do you mean those kind of people? What's your name and badge number?
He doesn't have to give that to you. Have a good day.
What's your name and badge number?
Have a good day, sir.
What's your name and badge number? That's your policy.
No. Read my policy.
Your policy, you have to identify yourself.
You have a good day.
At one time or another, we've all had a crooked cop refuse to identify themselves.
I don't have to identify myself to you.
Some others are even more disrespectful and will simply ignore you or walk away. You mind identifying yourself to me now, sir?
I'll be with you in a minute. I'm working on a case. I can only do one thing at a time.
It takes 2 seconds to identify to me and I'll just walk away. Thank you, sir. Like many of you, I would just accept what they told me, knowing it was a lie. Because although I knew it was a lie, I had no real knowledge of the policy because I have never read it. And although I knew it was definitely in the policy, I couldn't prove something I knew to be true. Because truth without evidence is just hearsay without proof. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Would you like to identify yourself? You look familiar.
I gotta make this one real quick.
No identification. I'm just going out the door. Just give me your name and your badge number. I'll keep walking.
Is that a policy? It's a simple question. Hi, I'm officer, blah, 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 badge number, have a nice day, right?
Sergeant.
Hey, I'm on a case. I'll deal with you in a second.
All right, enjoy the day. But you're an officer. So when somebody in the public requests your identity, I think you should do that.
It's on his name tag. You can see it.
Okay, all right. It's Smith, y'all.
I don't have to identify myself to you. I'm a police officer for the city of Waterloo.
So you don't have to identify
I do not
yourself.
have to identify myself. Yes, I just did. I'm a police officer for the city of Waterloo. Do you have to identify yourself to me? Do you have to identify yourself to me?
You're a police officer. You know everything, right?
No.
You know?
I do not.
You don't.
That's a silly question. I
Do,
do not know
do
everything.
you know if I have to identify myself to you or
I
not?
don't believe you do, no.
Okay, then why you?
And
Why?
just like I don't have to identify myself to you.
Well, we
I was
got.
making a point.
Okay, we got that clear.
Yep, I was making a point.
We got that point clear.
All right.
I know what you're saying. Dying to live. We know the problem, but how do we stop cops from not identifying themselves and clearly lying to us? Well, you bring proof to the truth by finding that department rules and regulations and presenting that policy to that officer in hopes that they violate it again or adhere to the standards provided by the department. You can also file a complaint, and although that complaint won't even get them a slap on the wrist, it will go on their record regarding them not always following policy, which will create credibility issues for future promotions or credibility issues for future criminal proceedings against them when they get caught being a dirty cop.
See, this what police do. They harass you. That's
I'm not the one
you see,
standing here videoing.
this is the immaturity of the Waterloo Police Department. This is how they act. Because somebody comes and records. This is how they act.
Feel free to record anything.
This is how they act. Because you get that light out my eye?
Is there a law against shining a
Yeah,
light?
because you're harming me. That's you're assaulting
Feel
me.
free to leave.
You're assaulting me. I'm not, you don't have to point no light in my eye.
This Waterloo clown is clearly lying about not having to identify himself because we've just proven it's a violation of department policy. And I'm sure that flashlight tactic speaks for itself. And when cops act as such, it becomes your duty to put it on their record and also expose them to the public for the misplaced trust to the community. Hit the like on this video and support the channel. And one fun fact before I go. This symbol right here was created by the KKK in 1867. 1 year later, in 1868, the Waterloo Police Department was formed, displaying this symbol, which they displayed all the way up to 2018. You decide. Until the next one, much love, blessings, peace, and always respect. You didn't want to identify to me. Why am I obligated? Does that make sense? So you only gonna get what you give, sir. If you just say I'm Smith,
And I said,
I'd have gave you my full
give me your
name and my date of birth.
What I said. Give me your name, I'll give you.
Right, but it shouldn't be that way first. It should you be identifying yourself.
Never you be telling me what to do.
See, that's the problem. You're a public servant. I am the public.